Hookah Rush, your one-stop hookah shop.
What's up, guys? I'm Carrie.
I'm Sam.
We're coming to you from Hookah Rush. Today we're going to give you guys a quick little Hookah 101.
We're going to talk about topics today such as what is a hookah.
We're going to talk about what shisha is and how hookah works.
We're going to run through the general setup of a hookah as well as what makes a good hookah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get to it.
What is hookah?
So, once you've got your coals on top here, you can suck on the hose and it's going to bring the smoke down through the stem. It's going to filter through the water, filter out a lot of the carcinogens. It's going to come back up through the hose into your lungs.
So what makes a good hookah?
What makes a good hookah? What makes a good hookah?
Biggest thing for me is the quality of the metal they use in the downstem.
Metal quality, everything, for sure, for sure. You know, like the better hookahs are going to use like stainless steel, something that's not going to rust or corrode or anything like that. Brass is also really good.
Yeah.
Like the Khalil Mamoon with the brass, the solid brass stem. You can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah.
You know, and then those like cheaper ones with I want to say probably aluminum or something.
Yeah. A lot of the cheaper hookahs, they're going to rust a lot faster. They're not less expensive to make, which makes them cheaper to buy. But the issue is that you're going to buy a lot more hookahs that are really cheap compared to a single hookah that's going to last you the same time span as say 4 cheap hookahs.
It's like a pair of shoes, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The diameter of the downstem.
I agree with that.
Definitely, definitely. And like a small little, you know, like cheapo hookah, you've got like a really this thin diameter, you know, so you're not gonna get a lot of airflow through it. I feel like it's kind of like if you go to McDonald's, you get that big fat straw, you know, and then if you like pick up a pack of straws from like the dollar store, they're gonna be a lot thinner, so you get like a nice flow through, right? So like with a Mia hookah, you know, they have a nice like wide diameter. I like that. I don't know, I feel like we should
definitely just gives bigger airflow, a lot more smoke coming through. It's a better experience with it.
All right. Hose diameter.
This is a smaller hose that you're going to be working with. It's good for startup hookahs, it's good for smaller hookahs, and the adapter's also a lot smaller to work with those. And then you can upgrade to larger hoses later on, which do the same thing as the downstem, as being that you can have a larger airflow coming in, which means you get more smoke and a better experience. The size of the tray. With smaller hookahs, because they have smaller bowls, they'll be using a smaller tray for an ash catcher. With larger hookahs, you use larger trays because they're meant to cover more area. The larger the tray, the safer your hookah is. If you ever have coals knock off or you're taking ash off, it's easier to catch things that are falling. Keeps it a lot cleaner too.
Less is more. Less is definitely more. The less stuff you have to go wrong, the less is going to go wrong. If you have a hookah with, you know, you screw this on, you screw that on, this has a valve here, and this one, you know, all this stuff, that's just things to go wrong. Places for, you know, bacteria and whatnot to crawl in, start festering. Good hookahs, KMs, one solid shot, you know, just one solid stem, brass cast. The downstem doesn't even screw on, so there's really not much to go wrong.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The idea of the biggest part of it is less stuff to gunk up and less stuff to mess up too. It's also a lot easier to transport things that are in one piece as opposed to several pieces, because it's less work to put things together. You might lose a piece, leave a piece behind, forget a piece. I know a lot of times when I have downstems at the screw in that I forgot my downstem somewhere because I cleaned it and I forgot it at home, get to my friend's place and I don't have my downstem, and then you can't just even smoke your hookah at all. But with this, larger KM hookahs,
Bam.
one solid piece.
What is shisha?
Traditionally, shisha is a mixture of molasses, glycerin, and tobacco. Gives her a nice, smooth, rich flavor.
More recently though, modern American companies have been taking honey and mixing it with their tobacco in order to create a different sort of flavor compile with it. So you have some that use molasses and you have some that use honey mixed with the tobacco.
You have a cup of tea, you can either put sugar in it or you can use honey. The sugar will be sweet and smooth, the honey has a bit of a bite to it. But all in all, they're both sweet.
How much water do I put in this?
I usually do about an inch above the downstem. I know it's hard to see through the shot right here, but usually about an inch above where the bottom of your downstem is, or if you have some of the nubs on the bottom of them, you can usually do just barely above the nub. And that's what we're talking about right there.
So cover about this much of the downstem?
Yeah.
An inch or so?
Yeah. You usually want to do where the bubbles are not going to make you suck up air when you're trying to smoke your hookah.
Too much water, you're going to get water coming back up the top. Not enough, it's pointless.
So pretty much you want a good water level because it allows you to get good filtration, but at the same time having good clouds and nice, thick, juicy smoke.
As you can see, there are plenty of different bowls to choose from.
For this video, we are going to be using the Vortex bowl.
Alright, so you're going to load the shisha in here. You're going to do it not too tight, not too loose. And when you pack it in, you don't want the tobacco to be over the rim. So you want to pack it just below, not too tight, not too loose. So just about like that.
You just saw us pack the bowl of tobacco. Now we're going to poke the holes in the foil. Make sure the foil is shiny side down, covering the head of the bowl, and use something about a toothpick size in order to poke your holes with. You're just going to pattern all the way to the center of the bowl. So this is what the finished bowl looks like. Just make sure the holes are about a poker's width apart. Make sure it's nice and even, and you're good to go.
What's the difference between these?
So whenever you're smoking your hookah, you're generally going to have two different types of coals you're going to be using. The first type are called quick lights for the common term, and that's because they're quicker to light and they're made out of man-made chemicals. They usually come in rolls that are wrapped in foil. Your second type are going to be natural coals, which are usually made out of charcoal, bamboo, and sometimes wood. Those are going to be coming in cardboard boxes or larger packages. The good side about the quick lights is they're faster to light and they're really easy to manage. However, the downside is that they leave a very bad aftertaste. They're pretty unhealthy to smoke because they are completely made out of man-made chemicals, and as you can see, they leave a lot of powder behind when you just set them down on the paper.
I prefer the naturals. They take a bit longer to light, but with about 5 or 6 minutes on a coil burning stove, you can get them lit up, and they last for, I'd say, 45 minutes to pushing an hour. They don't have any taste and leave little ash.
Yeah, the downside though is that it takes longer to light up. They are also harder to light up. Like we said, you need to use a coil burner stove or an electric stove top. Quick lights can be lit with just a simple lighter or a match or a candle or any sort of heat source.
Thanks guys, I hope you liked the video. Subscribe to our page, like us on Facebook.
We'll be coming at you with more videos soon, so there's product reviews, product competition, hookah maintenance, hookah tricks.
The whole 9 yards. Stop by the shop anytime, come say what's up.